identities that you see that we could substitute in from here to where I was right here. Tangent squared would equal what? It's good.
Secant squared.
I think it'd be, would it be?
1 plus tangent equals secant squared.
So we have this, we have 1 plus tangent squared equals secant squared, right?
Yeah.
Can I substitute secant squared in for tangent squared? It'd be secant squared minus 1, and I could substitute that in, right? Would I be incorrect if I did that? No, you would not, but I see an easier one. I see an easier one that's there.
It might be totally absolutely not, but can you just do like the square root of each side and just bring it down to regular like sine, tangent, cosine?
It's actually
Put in the like 1 over stuff.
problem with that. That's actually a good thought. If I took the square root of everything on each side, this right here doesn't go to each of these because they're added. If they were multiplied, yes, you could, but because they're added, it's not like I can't just simplify by saying, oh, I take the square root of each. Multiplication, yeah, but not with addition. That's a good thought. Look at sine squared and cosine squared. Okay? Are they being added? Are they being added? Yes. Look right here. What do you see? What is sine squared plus cosine squared? 1. Okay? So watch this. Couldn't I then just say that sine squared plus cosine squared, which is this plus this, right, equals what? 1. Right?
1 plus tan.
So then we'd have 1 plus tangent squared by definition. And we remember that 1 plus tangent squared is secant squared based on this definition right here. So then we would just say, okay, this is secant squared equals secant squared, and really that's the work that I would show, all of that above it to be able to set myself up to say that that in fact is equal to secant squared. Okay. Cool. Do you see that? If you see something squared, look for your identities. Okay, that's kind of the key. That's just a couple of strategies that are there. All right, questions on that? Cool, cool. We will continue to go through these. I saw a couple of you raise your hand. 100% understand it can get a little tricky. We'll continue to rep these out as we go, okay? All right, real quick. I've got one small thing to hit on, okay? Jack?
What
Yes.
formulas for this in the test?
You'll have all formulas. You know the sheet that I gave you, man, did you see this, Audrey, real quick? This one right here, remember this? Front and back, okay? You will get that for the test. The only thing that you will have to do at the beginning of the test is to do one quadrant of the unit circle. You say, Coach, I thought we just did that. I know we already did. It's easy points, okay? I think, okay? So it's easy points. I'll pick a quadrant. You fill it out. After that, you turn it in to me, and then I'll give you one that's completely filled that you can use for your actual test bar, okay? Cool? Cool, cool. Hannah? Absolutely. I've got them over here on this side. Let me get that, okay? All right, so let's go through 4.4B part. This part is not tricky. We kind of already have hit on it a little bit, and we're going to go through that there. How many of you know what a reference angle is? You know what a reference angle is at all? This is good ticket stuff. Any thoughts?
Isn't the angle that's associated with like the radians?
Ooh, it's going to be. Absolutely, Victoria. Something a little more specific at all? All right, let's remember this, okay? If I was to draw a triangle, there were two things that it had to be. What's one thing? Had to be connected to the origin, good. And the x-axis, good, Bianca, that's exactly right. So when we look at this, two things have to occur. X-axis and the closest thing to the x-axis, cool? Or, I said that twice. And the origin, cool? All right, so let's look at this, 3 pi over 4. These are the basic examples of this. You'll see that you kind of go through these steps here. I'll be honest, I've kept this up here for you. I think it's much easier to go back from what we did on Friday. That's just my opinion, okay? So let's look at it. 3 pi over 4 is in what quadrant? You know. Where would it be? It'd be the second quadrant, right? So this would be 3 pi over 4. What side do we call this here? Terminal side, yeah, that's exactly right. And we know that this is in what position? Who said that? Her? Caitlin? Standard position, good. And So we got one in quadrant 2. Okay? All right, so the question is how do we draw the triangle? Where should it go? Where should the triangle be? In the second quadrant. Good, Devin. You had to go down, right? Right between the terminal, and those are good words. That's good. Terminal and the x-axis right there, okay? With the angle connected to my origin. So this is theta right there, okay? All right, so it makes it easy. The angle that is associated in that triangle, once you draw it, okay, so we've drawn the terminal side, we've drawn the triangle, that angle is called our reference angle, okay? It's always positive, all right? So it's just a different kind of word. We did them all Friday. We drew the triangle. We just now have a word for this angle theta. We call that a reference angle, all right? That's a good word there. You might want to just kind of get that down. The reason why this is more important today is because I'm not giving you the homework that's required over this, okay? So as long as you kind of just keep that in the back of your mind, on the review it's on there, but on 4.4b, I'm not having you do this because I think that this will be an easy transition that's there, okay? So 3 pi over 4 would have a reference angle of what? Well, this is 3 pi over 4. What's the distance between 3 pi over 4 and pi? Pi over 4. Good. Who said that? Gotcha, Pete. Sorry. So yeah, we would say this theta is pi over 4, and we call it what? What do we call pi over 4? Reference angle. Good, Jack. And that's how we're rolling. Okay? All right, do this one. Let's look at the second one. 17 pi over 7. Someone help me out. What would we do there?
Subtract 2 pi
Why do we do that?
to find it on the unit circle.
Good, because we got to find it either on the unit circle or between 0 and 2 pi, right? So we'll take 17 pi over 7, subtract 2 pi. What do I do now?
Find the common denominator.
Good. CD, right? Got a little common denominator going on. And what would that be?
14 pi.
Yeah, that'd be exactly right. 14 pi over 7, right? So if I put 7 here, I got to multiply the top to get 14 pi over 7, which when subtracted would get me 3 pi over 7. Now this is a little tricky. What quadrant is that in?
The fourth. The first one. Wait.
The first one? Say again, Hannah? Yeah, it's not on, well, it's not in the quadrant that's associated to my unit circle, right? So that's a little weird, a little different. But if I can't see this, and I think, Annie, you said it right, it was in the quadrant 1. If I can't see this on the test, what would be the easiest thing to do to help me see it?
7 degrees.
That would be good, yeah. And how would I do that, Jack?
180 over pi.
Multiply by 180 over pi, simplify, and go, right? But if you can see that this is actually half then, a half a pi, does that make sense? Like it's less than pi over 2, less than 90 degrees. We can just say that over here, this is going to be on the first quadrant. Cool? And that would be 3 pi over 7. Okay? So again, remember, if we draw the triangle, we connect it to the x-axis. Remember, theta is right here. What do we call theta? Reference angle. You're like, shut up, coach. I get it. I just need you to know it. Reference angle. And what would be the reference angle?
4 pi.
That's okay. You're good.
We live in degrees.
No, in radians is perfect. What's this angle right here? 2 tickets, if you know. That would be all one,
3 pi over 7.
3 pi over 7, that's exactly right. You see it?
Oh.
You see it?
Wait.
Once I draw the triangle, if this went up 3 pi over 7, you see how then this angle, because it went up in that direction, would be 3 pi over 7. That is why that is my reference angle. Am I making sense on that? Okay. No? Did someone say no? No? What was it? What happened on the previous one? Remember, it went over this way, right? All right, it went to the left, everything about to the left, to the left. Sorry. It's Monday morning, sorry. So this is, if this was 3 pi over 4, thanks, David. I felt insecure there for a second, appreciate you. So theta was here. Do you see that I had to subtract pi from that in order to get that angle? Does that make sense? Where this one over here, it just went up 3 pi over 7, since it was in the first quadrant, that is the angle that we're associated with theta, or our reference angle. Am I making sense? Here's the deal. All of these rules right over here, they confuse me. I don't know if they do for you. They confuse me. If I say, well, if it's in the third quadrant, you have to do this and this, for me, it just makes sense. If I draw the triangle, like we've been doing on Friday, and then I associate the angle to the origin, like we have been doing, and then whatever I need to do to find that angle, we execute it. It just makes, I don't know, my mind makes it easier. I don't know for y'all if it does or not. Okay? Does that make sense? Kind of? Okay. I think I have one more. Perfect. Okay. These down below, I'm not going to even be worried about that, really. I'm looking at negative 495 right here, and I'm looking at what is my reference angle. So if you have this in your notes, it says to memorize this. Y'all, I feel like we have it memorized pretty good, and the application is more is better for me than the memorization there. Negative 495, help me out. What would we do with that one? Good, Caitlin. So we're going to add 360. We get what? Negative 135, nice. Dave, what would I do from there? Here's the thing. I just went here, bless you. I went just like this, right? Okay? If you do it one more time, we'll get a positive angle, and we end right where I started, right? So let's do it one more time. You don't have to, but I think it makes it easier. If I add 360 one more time, what would I get? I heard it. I think it. Is it 225? Okay. 225? All right, so we have 225 degrees. All right, help me out. What quadrant would 225 in? Someone who has not gotten a ticket yet today.
I don't have a ticket.
Have you not?
No.
Very good. Third, right? David's got it. Okay. So what do we do now? Once I put it in third? It's our last thing. Last slide, these two problems. Let's hit it. Okay. What would I do now? This is my angle to my terminal side. This is negative 495, but really it's 225, right? And so we do what? So we take, we'll take this angle, right? And we've got to find this, right, Mason? What do we call that? The reference angle. Good. We call it theta for a reference angle. And we know that that distance right there is 225, and you said subtracting what? Subtracted by 180, which would get us 45 degrees. Nice. So we say that right there, that reference angle is 45 degrees. Are y'all tracking? Y'all tracking today?
Yeah.
Y'all Gucci today? Y'all are just tired. Okay. We need to sing more, dance more. Is that what we need to do? Y'all like, shut up. I got you. A lot of energy this morning. All right. Questions on that? Are we good on that? Are we Gucci on that? We good? Looking at faces. All right. Good. Okay. One more. We good? Rosemary, could you help me out? 10 pi over 3. What would I do on that one if I was doing the same thing? What would you start with? Good. Yeah. So subtract 2 pi, right? And someone else help me. What would I then convert that to? Yeah. Good. Yeah, that's right. I heard 3. Say it. We would convert this to 6 pi over 3, right? When subtracted, we would then convert to 4 pi over 3. Good. Christine, could I ask you on this one? Where's 4 pi over 3? What quadrant? I know I'm putting you on the spot. Yeah, good. Third, right? All right, Christine, you got 1. You ready? This is the double. Double right here. What do I do now to create the triangle? There's 2 things, right? Do you remember where it would be attached to? It'd be the reference angle. Good. So we've got the angle that is connected to my origin, and then the triangle is connected, someone else tell me, to the x-axis. Good. Okay. So there's the angle. This is theta. Okay. And then once I find that angle, how do I find it from 4 pi over 3? Yes, that's right. Good, yeah. And so Katie's right. We're going to subtract from pi, which would be 3 pi over 3, right? Y'all follow me on that? So once I subtract pi here, or 3 pi over 3 with a common denominator, my reference angle is pi over 3, and it's there, okay? One thing, too, reference angles are always what? They're always positive, okay? So Just a heads up on that. It's always positive. So just kind of as you go through there. All right? Cool. I think that is it for where we're at. Y'all have any questions on this last little bit? I forgot one more thing, and I just want to make sure. If I said this, 3.1 radians, where is that? What quadrant's that in? It's a little different. Second. Good. Yeah, good guys. So it's second, right? Because this is 3.14 radians here. Right, David? We may have to hit on that earlier. The reason why is what is 180 degrees? 180 is pi. It's also 3.14. Does that make sense? So 3.14 is here. 3.1 is just shy of that. Therefore, the reference angle is? Say that again, Hannah. Where's the clip? Remember, we have to attach it, right? Attach it to the x-axis. You're good. So we attach it here. Where's the angle? Right here, right? Attached here. What's the angle from 3.1 to 3.14? Okay, did you have it? You're right. Yeah, exactly. So it's 0.04, right? Because I'm taking 3.14, subtracting 3.1 to get 0.04 radians here. Okay? All right? Now, Hannah, what she did was a good thought. It's a good thought. A lot of times, that's where my mind goes. But remember, where's the closest x-axis? It's not necessarily over here, right? It's over on the left side, and we say, what is that distance? And that's where I can subtract there accordingly. Okay? Questions? Good. All right, do this for me. Take out either your phone or a Mac. We're going to do a little review on our Mentimeter thing here, okay? So you're going to take it out. You're going to sign in for us. I think Audrey was good. We're here. Katie, you were here. I had you here. Okay. Okay. Did someone just take a pic? No? Okay, gotcha. I'm tripping. Is that me? I'm tripping. All right, let's do this. Go to the following here. We're going to do this. We're going to put something on it. I've got Little Debbie snacks for the first three. First place, second place. I've got donut sticks, cosmic brownies, and Nutter Butter.
Oh, shoot. I'm winning this.
Come on. All right, so just a little bit of fun here. Real quick, before you do that, if your phones are here, log in. We're gonna get that in just a second. As you're logging in, just look at the beautiful image over here, or GIF on the left side. Cheer for Michigan this weekend. Give us a little bit of extra.
You know,
Booming. See how your test goes this week.
Yo, I'm a fan.
How your test goes.
Coach Jake, you know I'm a fan. How do you like the best with you?
Oh, you're going to go to menti.com, and then you're going to put in 966618, and then it'll pull up right there. Okay?
Do you have any of the 4.4a papers?
I think there should be some right there.
That's one of the homework we got. 4.48, that's good.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I thought it was something. Yeah. How about your review?
Okay, thanks for the love, y'all. Thanks for the hearts over here. Appreciate you coming through. 3 of you, appreciate you.
Hold on,
All 3 of you.
You got 7 now.
7 now, that's right. Hey, real quick, couple of things. Could you take out your review before we go into this, because this will be important. There's a couple things that I want you to include on the review to study from your homework. Just a couple things that I did not include, so these are just good things here, okay? All right, thanks for the love. Appreciate y'all. All right, first thing is make sure you review identities. It's on the review, but that's the number one thing that I think when I back on tests, that's the most difficult thing is identities. We'll continue to go through it on the YouTube help session into tomorrow, but hit that hard, okay? Number 2, study the homework. If you go back to the homeworks, you don't have to redo them, but I always recommend go back and study those, look over those, make sure you understand those accordingly, okay? Also, make sure the unit circle, you'll have one quadrant, I said that there. And then the last thing is this. Get this down. I did not include this on the review. Remember the pi plus t and pi minus t stuff? There's one of those on there, okay? It actually might be exactly this right here, okay? I don't want to say because I don't remember, but I think it's exactly like this. So just a heads up, make sure you remember that, make sure you go through that, all right? Cool. I think we're going to go to question 1. I think. Let me see if it'll... Okay, this is everybody in here? Good? Good? 3, 6. Everyone in? Good? Hunter, you in, my man?
Yep.
Sweet, ready? Here we go, start question 1. You got 15 seconds to answer these. This is definitions, okay? Here we go. Question 1, what is an angle that shares the same terminal side called? Here we go. You don't have long, so make sure. You got 10 seconds.
It didn't let me enter my name.
It will let you.
Oh, we'll after the first one? All right, everyone's voted? Coterminal is correct. That's exactly right. Remember reference angle, right? Reference angle is different, right? It's the angle associated to the closest x-axis. That's reference angle. Got me? All right, question number 2. We'll go through it. I'll go with this one. All right, we've got that there. Question number 2. All right, here we go. What is an angle that refers to the closest x-axis called? Got 12 seconds. Yes, reference angle is correct. Initial, what is initial? What's initial?
It's like the starting one.
Exactly. Traditionally, it's at what degrees, Hannah? 0. Good. Yeah. Nicely done. All right, let's go to the next one. Does it give you your ranking right now? No, I think it gives it at the end. I think. I'm still working through this, y'all. My fault. But it's getting better. We're getting better. Question 3. Question 3. Let's get it. What is an angle that falls on either the x or y axis called? An angle that falls in either the x or y axis. I don't think I said this. Now I want to see if y'all know it. See if y'all got it. The answer is a quadrant angle. Good. I didn't actually say that today. All right. Tell you what. I've got 3 tickets. Someone give me one quadrant angle. 1.
90.
90. Good. Jack, give me a second one.
270.
Give me a second one.
270.
180. Good.
270.
And
270.
360.
Anna got you. Anna's got
I got one
it.
more.
So yeah, all of those, right? Y'all got it. All right. Question number. The next one. Who has the best emoji? Those are pretty good. Those are pretty good. Question. Next question. What is an angle that starts at 0 degrees? What do we call that? Go. Oh man, y'all are quick. Y'all are quick. Yeah, standard position. Everyone got that one right. Congratulations. Good work. Here we go. Next question. We're going quick. What is the length of the outside of a segment of a circle called? Oh, that's a good one. I think someone's going to miss one here. This one. This one's tough. It's a tough one. Oh, one person? That's okay. Oh, that was wrong, didn't I? It wasn't standard position, and I messed that up. I put it the wrong one. What is it? Arc plane. Wow. Coach Jay. I messed up a lot. I'll tell you what. Yeah, my fault on that. Everyone missed it, so we'll call it even. Here we go. Next one. My apology. What is the angle in the center of a circle called? Hunter, you with us, my man?
Nope.
No, he is. My fault, Hunter. What is the angle in the center of a circle called? Central angle is exactly right. Center of a circle is central angle, okay? Could a central angle be a reference angle? Yes, it could, okay? So just a heads up on that. But the center of a circle, that's central angle. That's that definition, okay? All right, next one. What are 2 angles that add up to 90 degrees? Again, the definitions are important. Making sure you know what you're finding here, especially for the test. The answer? Everyone's voted. Complimentary. Good work, y'all. Good work there. Good. All right, so right now, I think I'm going to try this, okay? State one area that you are struggling with that we can review on the YouTube help session or tomorrow. Got me? Do you see what I'm saying? So is it a fill in the blank thing? Cool. When you do that, it'll come up here, all right? It'll come up. So if you say, I just want to get a pulse. What do we need to review? What are some things we need to go over? And what we can do, identities, that seems like a good thing. The sign of pi plus t. As I pull up, it'll come up here. Vocab, key terms, good. Kind of like what we're doing here. By the way, if you are watching right now, you could go back to this podcast and see the term. These are all the terms you'll need to know, okay? So if you're doing that, you can always go back to that. Identity seems like it's the thing, okay? I'm a little scared at what's going to be coming up. I love you too, whoever said that. Thank you. I'm scared. I'm scared someone's like, you're too short or something. I better get out of here. So identity seems like that's going to be the common theme. I'm scared. Hold up. Who did this one? Can I click on it? All right, so anyway, this is scary. I better go. Did someone say go Buckeyes? Oh, I'm failing you. Whoever said that. I'm failing you. All right, here we go. Next question. Is it coming up where you're at? Is it joining?
Yeah, hit go to slide.
Next question.
Okay. All right. Again, I want to keep using things like this. I think that's beneficial. What that's telling me is that the YouTube help session, probably at least half of it will be identities. Okay? Because if that's the focus area, then that's what we'll go through. And I thought that that's what it was, but I wanted to make sure. Next one, what quadrant is negative 7.28 radians in? You might have to do this quick. Go. You got 30 seconds. 30 seconds on this one. What quadrant is negative 7.28 radians in? All right, everyone's voted? The answer? Oh, man. All over. It was quadrant 4. We're going to hit that one again. That one's a little bit tough, especially it's quick there, okay? Let's go to this. Let's go to the last question. This will be the last one. Here we go. And then we'll be out of here. What is a coterminal angle to negative 7.28? There's a bunch of right answers. I get that. But there's one specifically that you're looking for. It's a tough one. Some of you may know this one. It's a little tough. Again, we'll finish off with this one. Is it easier to do this on your Mac or phone? Is it good on your phone? Is it okay? All right. Same. All right, the answer? It's actually negative 1 radians. It's actually negative 1. Add 6.28. That would be the same as adding 360. Hey, let's see what we've got for our, don't vote on this one, please. Don't vote on this one, because I'm going to get out of here. Let's see here. I think there's a way. Let's see if we can go. It won't allow me to go to the next one, will it? Someone voted? All right, we're going to wait for 13 seconds, and we'll get it going. As you go, remember the review. Start that process, but what's due tonight? 4.4a. I hope that was helpful for you. Again, if you want to do 4.4b, I'll give you extra points on that, but it's not required. The answer for this one should have been 1 radians. The winner of this, who got that right? That 1 radian. The winner.
That was me.
Should have been. It's coming. Caitlin, Annie, and Christine, I think it was y'all 3. Come and see me. Yeah, y'all placed. Y'all got them. Come on. It's free. Christine, was that you? You want one of these? Which one would you like?
Thanks, Coach Jay.
Coach Jay, snack guy.
I know, you know. I'm gonna sell them for $3 each. See y'all.
That's like other.
They're really cheap. Have you ever bought them? They're like $1.50.
Oh, and I realized, and I still turned in 4.3, and
That's fine. Absolutely. Yes. So 4.3a. Yes, because you were absent, right?
yeah. Well, because you said if my group finishes that thing, we can exempt 4.3A or B, and I figured it's just easier for me to exempt.
So you're doing 4.3a now. Perfect. And if you want to get that to me through email because it's later, and we'll do that. That's perfect. Thank you.
I don't think I'll be missing any of my classes.
Hey, that's okay. I understand. It hurts. It hurts, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
I hear you.
Thank you.
See you, Han. Have a good day.